got a brand new game for you to play each week. Redmen Picks is completely free to enter, and you could win either £1,000 or a share of £1,000. To win, all you have to do is answer a few questions on the upcoming Liverpool game, and whoever gets the most right will win a share of the prize pot or the full prize itself. That's it. It is that easy. You've got to be over 18. Terms and conditions apply, and you've got to gamble responsibly.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the starting 11 prediction show. It is Liverpool, it is Real Madrid, it is the Champions League quarter-final second leg. Liverpool won 3 down to Real Madrid, obviously, from last week. And I am here, as I always am, to try and predict Jurgen Klopp's starting 11 for this game. What a big game. And I'll tell you one thing, guys, I'm just nowhere near as confident as I was last week before they handed us our arse on a platter. And that might reflect throughout the show. So let's start with the goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. He's going to keep his place if he's fit and available, which he should be fit and available. Andy Robertson's going to keep his place. Ozan Kabak, Nat Phillips, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think the back five right now, at the moment, does indeed pick itself. This is the side that I think Jurgen's going to pick, and when we get into the comment section and stuff, I'm going to pick the side that I would probably pick, and I don't normally do that, but it differs wildly from Jurgen's, so bear with me on this one. I think he's going to go with Fabinho in the 6. I think we're going to see Gini Wijnaldum, and I think he actually is going to start Thiago in this one. I think he's going to go 4-3-3. Obviously, Mane has the best part of 75 minutes off at the weekend, so he's going to start Salah and Roberto Firmino in this one. Now the substitutes, I think it's going to be Adrian, Kostas Tsimikas, Ben Davies, Reece Williams, Jimmy Milner, Nico Williams, Kurt Jones if he gets over that muscle injury, Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Xherdan Shaqiri, and Diogo Jota, plus a Kane or a Davies or whatever you want from the young lads, because right now there's still no return date. I don't even know what's wrong with him, but there's still no return date for Divock Origi either, who I believe has some kind of a muscle injury. Again, don't really know what's going on with that one, to be honest with you. So that's the side that I think Jurgen's going to pick. Now, we're going to go into the comment section shortly, but at the top of the show, you'll have noticed a little bit of a speech from me about Redmen Picks, so I'm just going to go and make my picks as well for this one. At the top of the page, you'll notice as well, you can actually enter into a prize draw to win £5,000 cash and the tech bundle that includes a PS5, so you can get on that if you want to. If not, if that one's not for you, then play the Redmen TV picks anyway. Total prize pool is £1,000, £500 maximum for first place. Will Liverpool score in the first half? I've gone with yes. Will Liverpool score in the second half? I've gone with yes. How many goals will Liverpool score? Apparently I said 3, so we'll stick with 3. How many goals will Liverpool concede? 1. It looks like we're going to extra time, boys. Will Liverpool beat Real Madrid? If we win 3-1, we absolutely will. Will Firmino score? No. Good answer, Chris. Will Diogo Jota score, or Diogo Jose Teixeira da Silva? Yes, apparently. Will Mohamed Salah assist the goal? No. How many tackles will Ozan make? 2. It's that easy. How many tackles will Thiago make? 2. It's that easy. How many saves will Alisson Becker make? 4+. He's going to be a busy boy. How many shots will Bobby Firmino have? None. That easy. And I've submitted me picks, and now I am in for that £1,000. I've got a chance. I say I've got a chance. I do, because I'm in there, but with my answers and my historical data on the game, I actually don't have a chance. But you've got to be 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply, of course, and please do play responsibly. So before I do get into the comments, I'm just going to give you the side that I want after I've had a super chat from Damian Jorovski. 4-4-2 diamond in midfield with Fab in the 6, Gini and Milner and Bobby in the 10 and Mane and Salah. Let's go through that one first. Fabinho in the 6, Gini Wijnaldum with Jimmy Milner. Okay, Damian, okay, I see what you're doing here, mate. Bobby there, Mane, Salah there. And Bobby played a little bit more like that actually at the weekend, didn't he? And he played, you could say false 9 or you could say 10. I think at times it looked a little bit like that. And I understand that. I think you put Bobby Firmino, hopefully to sort of stifle the impact of Toni Kroos, so I kind of get that. I'll show you what I would do, and it's not too dissimilar, to be honest with you. And I spoke about this a little bit. What am I doing here? I spoke about this a little bit on the Uncensored Match Build-Up show for this game. Now, I'd go with the 5 at the back as normal. I'd actually play a 2 with Fabinho and probably Gini Wijnaldum, or take your pick between Thiago and Gini Wijnaldum. Not too bothered. I think the space that they hurt us was when Trent and Robertson got in that space there. I think if they're in a 2 next to each other rather than a 6, Fabinho on his own, I think it's easier to get him to cover there and him to cover there. So that's why I'm liking the 2 there. It's why I went with Wijnaldum over Thiago, because I've gone ultra offensive and therefore I've gone a little bit more defensive in the midfield. I wanted that stability that a Gini and Fabinho double pivot could offer you. I've then put Firmino, just like Damien, on the 10, on Toni Kroos, and I've got myself Diogo Jota in up front. Start Mane from the left, start Salah from the right-hand side, and see if you can get something with that. Now, I know it's a bit of a mad one in changing formation from what you've done all season long in one massive game, but I think when you need goals, getting these 4 lads on the pitch at the same time is where I would feel more comfortable. And as I say, the double pivot adds a little bit more stability for the counter-attacks that Real Madrid will inevitably bring to us as well. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I do think that Jurgen will probably just go with that 4-3-3 formation, as I've already mentioned and already gone through. So let's get those players back on the board where they're sort of supposed to go. Fabinho, stop being naughty, straighten up for me, will you? Combat Pro, BTW, after 70 minutes you need a goal. Who you bringing on? Well, that's the question. If I've got Diogo Jota in there with Firmino, well, if it's a penalty, I'm bringing Milner on. I'll probably do a little bit of that. I think the only place you can go there is a Keita or a Shaqiri or a Kurt Jones if he is fit and available, mate. Should start Thiago just for them first-time passes, says Ruben Alex White. Thiago, I think, will start in Jurgen's formation. And I think he'll start even if we go to a 4-2-3-1, to be honest. That last one was my one, because I agree, and I think that Jurgen agrees that those big balls, those raking balls into the striker's feet and stuff like that. And then we saw as well at the weekend, he nearly gets himself a goal as well. So yeah, I'm all right with all of that stuff. Let's have a look then. Jota coming off the bench will be better, I think, says Glenn Boylan, which again I can totally understand. And you know, he's come back from an injury and everything, hasn't he? Played a few games now, so maybe this one will be the one where we do see Salah, Firmino and Mane obviously rested at the weekend. Shaq deserves a start and we should go all out attack, 4-2-3-1, says Hassan Zuberi. Now, I'm not sure if he does deserve a start, but I know that he's a good player. Has he had that massive impact from the bench? Not really. Not in the same way that Diogo Jota does. So if anyone deserves a start out of those lads, the attacking players, it's probably Diogo. Then I'd say it was Shaqiri, then Kurt Jones, maybe a James Milner, something like that, although he's not really an attacking player, is he? Sino says 4-2-3-1 as well. Mane, Salah, Bobby up top, Gini, Thiago, Fabinho in the middle. You nailed it, says Alfie Kemp. Again, that's what I think Jurgen will do. John Cahill's got an interesting one. Strong argument for Millie to start in midfield just because of his physical presence, and he sets the tempo so well. I like that one, you know, and who would it be for? I'm not 100% sure, but just for now, let's say we use Milner and we go a bit more like for like and we get rid of Gini Wijnaldum. Now, the problem with what I've just done there, as I see it, is that I like the shout from you, mate, because James Milner has, you know, bags of leadership qualities. He is a proper leader. He's the vice-captain for a start. And I thought we missed leadership last time out. Someone who could really grab the game by the scruff of the neck. James Milner can absolutely do that. Would it be better to actually have both of them playing? And yes, you're getting loads of leadership, but you are losing quite a bit if you do, for example, do that. So it's a tough one, isn't it? And obviously, yeah, real tough one, because there's a lad that you know you can count on, isn't it, in James Milner. Fab Wijnaldum and Thiago, says Abhishek Singh. Start Ox and Jota, says Lennon 1892. That would be a real left field call if he started Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in this one, because that just hasn't had any minutes, has it? Kevin, one of our YouTube members, hi Kev, I think this is the kind of match where we really do miss Endo, mate. We miss Endo in every match, don't we? But you're absolutely right. This game, this type of occasion, Champions League quarter-final, when you're losing, that's a game where you do miss the captain, isn't it? Juan Max says his Curtis back. I think it's 50-50 at the moment. It was a bit of a muscular injury, I believe. Craig Fisher says in Madrid, I've lost another centre-back. We know, yeah, absolutely. seen something about Cruz injured, but could be bollocks. Mate, Aaron Isak-Jones. I don't wish injuries on any player, but if you could just miss this game, let's go a mild illness, that would be okay with me, because yeah, he's a fantastic footballer. John Cahill, if there's ever a game for Mane to come back into form, if it's this one, mate, I am praying. Mate, I think we all are. I think we really all are. Because Sadio Mane's just gone missing. And the Sadio Mane that we all fell in love with just hasn't been there for the last couple of months. So yeah, I really, really hope that that's the case. Ahmed Tafiq says Shaqiri. 4. Wijnaldum. Ooh, I can't imagine that Jürgen would do it. I think you probably gain in an attacking sense, but you maybe lose in a defensive sense. That's the real tough thing for today for me, or for Wednesday for me. And thankfully it's not for me. Thankfully it is for Jürgen. Is I'll just strike that balance between needing to score at least 2 goals and keeping the door shut at the back. And that's why I went with the 4-2-3-1, because I felt like if you've got 2 defensive midfielders and 4 attacking players, 4 forwards as it were, then you may be able to get that balance. Whereas if you went with a Thiago and a Fabinho, maybe his natural inclination to go forward leaves you a little bit more exposed at the back. But it's going to be so difficult. Paul said it on the Uncensored Match Build-Up show, is that this is why Jürgen earns the big bucks. These are the decisions that he has to think about. How do you go and engineer at least 2 goals against Real Madrid while keeping the door shut at the back? Well, listen, for the start, I mean, you've got to press Toni Kroos. You've got to disrupt Toni Kroos and Luka Modric, and you've got to make Casemiro less of an impactful player, because I think he grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck last time out. Very, 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 very difficult thing. But yeah, that's kind of where we are, to be honest with you. Fingers crossed that Jürgen does have the answers to this quiz. Fingers crossed that Jürgen does pull it out of the bag. Fingers crossed Jürgen knows the answer to how to score 2 goals and not concede any against Real Madrid in the Champions League quarter-final second leg when you're 3-1 down. But until then, you just have to wait and hope that Jürgen does everything right and these lads perform. Thank you very much for watching. Get involved in Redmen Picks. Really do. Loads of people want loads of money. So just get over there. redmenpicks.com. Link is in the description as well for you. Thank you very much for watching. Drop a like on the video and we'll see you for the game for the live watch along. Ta-ra.
We've got a brand new game for you to play each week. Redmen Picks is completely free to enter, and you could win either £1,000 or a share of £1,000. To win, all you have to do is answer a few questions on the upcoming Liverpool game, and whoever gets the most right will win a share of the prize pot or the full prize itself. That's it. It is that easy. You've got to be over 18. Terms and conditions apply, and you've got to gamble responsibly.